All right. Hello, everyone. Um, it's just after Christmas, so this is kind of timely, I think. I kept hearing, it's not yours to carry, it's not yours to carry, it's not yours to carry. And I was wondering what that was about. And I think it's the emotional load. So at Christmas, that can come up a lot. We can feel like we have to carry an emotional load for others, whether it's family, friends, loved ones, spouses, whatever it is. So I kept hearing, it's not yours to carry. And I heard, this is a message that needs to be given. So someone needs to hear this, okay, today. It's not yours to carry. It's not your emotional load. Put down their emotional load. Let them carry it themselves. You can't heal it for them. You can't carry it for them. You can't do anything, okay? And if they're trying to put it on you, we keep, I at least I keep seeing stuff in the media and social media and everywhere, where it talks about narcissism and it talks about this and it talks about that. And there's all kinds of labels for it. There's a million labels for it. There's a million ways to describe it. There's a million labels for it. But at the end of the day, anything that someone says to you, if they're saying mean things to you or they're, it's called projection, I guess. If they're projecting things to you onto you, know that they're projecting it onto you. So if they say, I don't know, whatever, you're this or you're that, this is what they think of themselves and feel about themselves. And they can't handle that emotional load. They cannot handle how they feel about themselves and what they think about themselves. So they need to project that to you. They need to put it on you. Don't pick it up, okay? Don't. Just let them carry it themselves. Whatever it is you have to do. And I know, again, with the social media and everything, there's the, go non-contact, do this, do that, whatever, put up boundaries, etc., etc. We talk about all this stuff, right? But at the end of the day, you can do all that stuff. That's all 3D stuff. That's all physical stuff. That's all stuff that you can do. But even if you're doing all those things, if you're feeling it for them, if you're taking it on, letting it weigh you down, then you are taking their emotional load, right? No matter how many boundaries you've had up, no matter how many times you've blocked them, no matter how many times you've gone no contact, whatever. If you are letting yourself feel that what they are saying to you is about you, then you are taking on their emotional load. Now, I'm not saying not to introspect. I'm not saying not to be self-aware. I'm not saying that, not to, be a self-aware, introspective person. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, you need to know the difference, somehow be able to know the difference between what is someone else's that they are giving you to hold and to carry and to weigh you down versus what is yours to introspect on, look at, and heal, okay? No matter how much they give you to hold or carry, you can't heal that for them, all right? All you can do is look at what you need to look at and heal. So this brings me to the cards. They said, now we're ready. Okay, so now we're ready to see what it is. What's yours versus theirs? Okay, that's how they want me to do this. What's yours versus what's theirs? Okay. They want me to put these over here. This is yours, this is theirs. That's how they want me to do it. Okay, so what's yours? Okay. High Priestess energy. Okay. What's theirs? There we go. Hanged Man. Do you want it? This is actually in reverse, not upright. Do you want it in reverse or do you want it upright? I'm going to check with the pendulum. I'm not getting a clear answer. Is this card in the right position as it is now? No. Okay, so you want me to turn it around? Yeah, okay. So they want it upright, which is actually this. Okay. So your energy is High Priestess energy. Their energy is Hanged Man energy, okay? But also, I need to look at something because It's the Two of Pentacles versus the Two of Swords. They want me to look at that first. So your energy is the Two of Pentacles, which they want me to look at the traditional tarot for it. So I'm looking. Give me 2 seconds. Okay. So you're having difficulty launching new projects, okay, for some reason, okay? And they are having what are they doing? Sorry, I gotta read this and it's very small. They are in some sort of stalemate. Okay. So both in the twos are both, so this is, you. There's a new project that you want to launch, okay, that you're feeling some difficulty in doing, and they are at some sort of stalemate, okay? And a stalemate is like, you know, well, a stalemate is, I want to say, it's not a crossroads. It's, I'm going to look it up so I get it right, because it's really important. Sorry, I can't talk. It's really important to get this right, this definition right, and to understand what a stalemate is. So I'm just going to get the correct definition and not... a situation in which further action or progress by opposing or competing parties seems impossible. So it's a draw. That's the word I was looking for. It's a draw. In which a player is not in check but cannot move except into check. It's like that chess. Yeah, it's chess. Okay. So they're in a position, they're in the Hanged Man position, where they need to, they can't move. They can't go anywhere. They're not in the checkmate position, but anything they do, it's going to be checkmate. Okay? And that's frustrating them clearly, but they need a change in perspective to get out of that. That's the only way to get out of that, is to have a change in perspective, which is the traditional meaning of the hangman, right? To shift their perspective. As long as they're in the perspective that they're in, which is probably they're blaming you, projecting things onto you, they don't want to look at themselves, they're in a checkmate position. So, yeah, they're just hanging there, right? They're just hanging there. There's nowhere, they can't move. There's nowhere for them to go, all right? Where you are in this high priestess position, but you're in a position where you're having difficulty launching new projects, and it's probably because you're carrying this weight. Ah, yes, you're carrying this weight. That's what it started off with. It's not yours to carry, right? Something like that is what we started off with, their emotional baggage. So that's what's, if you carry this weight, you're going to be in that, you're going to have difficulty launching new projects, right? But you are in high priestess energy, okay? You have wisdom, you have sound judgment, you have common sense, you have serenity, you have objectivity, okay? You have intuition, you have self-reliance, you have, it says emotionlessness, but that means you're not being controlled by your emotions, okay? So you're in this place and you want to launch from this place. You want to launch a new project from this place, but you're having difficulty doing so. And this is because this person or the energy, whatever this is to you, is in that stalemate hanged man position, okay? And this is interesting because when these come together, it's 22, which is master creator, master builder. So there's probably something that you're meant to create together and build together, but you can no longer, see, I had to separate you guys, right? I had to put you far away from each other, because as long as you're carrying the emotional baggage, the emotional weight of this, they are going to be stuck there. They're not going to shift their perspective. They're not going to get out of this stalemate position, and you're not going to be able to launch this new project that you want to launch with them, or without them, but definitely not with them. There's going to be difficulty. Even though you have all the wisdom, the knowledge, the intuition, and you're in this great place, you're in the high priestess energy, right? So this is what's going on. All right, this is what's going on. All right, so what is the shared energy? So that's you, that's them. What is the shared energy? Oh, okay. Look at that. The Two of Cups and Temperance. 222. So balance and harmony is what is needed and wants to be brought into existence, right? And we have the Two of Cups energy. Now, the Two of Cups is that perfect partnership, right? So that's the shared energy. There's potential for this perfect partnership. There's potential for temperance, for balance, for harmony, for this beautiful energy to be between you. All right? So that's good news. I'm just going to read, moderation, temperance, patience, accomplishment through self-control, and self-mastery, I'm going to say, not control. The mixing and bringing together in perfect union, that alchemy, right? That fusion, consolidation, a successful combination, right? All of those things are possible for you and this energy or this person, right? But you have to put down, you can't carry them, whatever this is. So then this Two of Cups, it's friendship beginning or renewed, passion, union, cooperation, partnership, marriage, love. I mean, there's so much potential here, even if it's platonic. And the Temperance card, like this is, someone pouring their cup into yours, you pouring your cup into theirs. It can be the spirit world, it can be a physical being. But yeah, there's so much potential here. But you cannot carry all the weight, okay? Neither can they, but you have to carry your own weights, okay? That's what I'm hearing. So, okay, now that's what we want to look at. So here, for you, okay, I'm going to get that for you, and then we're going to get a card for them, and then we're going to look at it, okay? What is the next card? Okay. All right. So there's so much potential for you guys to come together. But this is what's going on. We have the Six of Swords and the Four of Swords. Okay, and this is also the Death card. They want me to keep reading the traditional meanings, so I'm going to go back to the traditional meanings here for the Six of Swords. They don't want... I'm not trying not to be insulted. They don't want my interpretation. They want the traditional meaning. Okay. So, headstrong attempts to overcome difficulties. So, you may have made some headstrong attempts to overcome difficulties, okay? It's a success after anxiety. So you will have success after anxiety, okay? However you have the success. But you have to put down everything that's not serving you, because that's what the Six of Swords indicates, right? Like she's left everything that's not serving her behind, and she's taking only what is hers. She's only carrying her own bag, one bag, not everybody else's bag, okay? Now let's look at the Four of Swords in here. Respite, rest after illness, replenishment, solitude, exile. That's interesting. Retreat. Okay, so isolation. And that's going to bring a transformation with the Death card. So you have to move forward. This is saying you have to move forward regardless. Okay, even with all this potential here, you have to put down whatever they've asked you to carry and take only what is yours and move forward. They maybe left behind for a while, maybe, I don't know for how long, but that's how they are going to be transformed. Their transformation comes through that. Okay? Now they want me to look at some numbers. So they want me to look at the 62. 62. Take time to see the points of view of those you may be challenged by at this time. Call on the angels of harmony to ease any challenging relationships. All right. And then 42. Angels are lovingly guiding you to express your emotions. Align yourself with truth and integrity. Okay. Interesting. Now the 622 and the 422. Harmony and balance are being brought to your personal relationships at this time. All obstacles to love are being cleared. Okay, good. Okay. 422. You are being guided to offer a helping hand to those around you. Ask how you can be of service to those in need. Giving to others will reward you too. Interesting. And now the 224 and the 226, okay? Your angels are guiding you. Trust that harmony is being delivered now. And 226. Remember that whatever is missing in a relationship is yours to bring to it. Don't focus on the problem. Be the solution. Okay. So this is all very much about relationship. Oh, and then I didn't read the 222. Let me read the 222. Actually, they want me to read 222 and 222. Okay, let's do that. 2. There are opportunities for connection and union at this time. Relationship growth is imminent. Okay, and then 22. You are at a crucial point on your journey which will help you understand the relationships and spiritual assignments that will support your growth. Okay, and then 222. You have the ability to lift up the hearts of all those around you like an angel on the earth. You were born to shine. All right. Oh, and then there's a 222 at the beginning of the book they want me to look at, like on the clock. 222 on the clock. Let's see what that one looks like. Or says. Sorry. Where is it? Here it is. Your gifts are creating opportunities for you to expand. Be open to opportunities that will enable you to fulfill your purpose. Okay. So what I'm taking from this is that you need to stop focusing on the other, okay? Let them be isolated if that's what needs to happen. It's part of what they need for their transformation, to get out of this stalemate position, to shift their perspective. They really need to do this on their own, okay? You need to move forward toward your purpose no matter what, okay? This union is possible and will always be there and will come into being when the conditions are aligned, okay, when the alignment occurs. Okay, but instead of chasing this alignment, instead of waiting for this alignment, instead of chasing this alignment, instead of trying to force this alignment, you need to focus on you, your purpose, your mission, launching whatever new projects you want, and only carrying your baggage. They need to go within. They need to, be isolated to some degree so that they can look within and focus on themselves and not project onto you. And that's what's going to shift them, okay? All right, one more card to end this with, okay? What is the deck? What do you want me to use to end this? These ones? Okay. Oh, sorry. when I do that, when I hit the camera by mistake, it means pay attention. So whatever this card is, we're going to pay attention. What does this next card want to be? They want me to cut them. Cut to the chase, I heard. All right. Maybe cut the chase. Don't do it. Queen of Swords, self-reliant, perceptive. Okay. So it's time for you for both of you to be self-reliant, okay? But I can't help but notice that self-reliant is on this side and perceptive is on that side. So it's time for you to be self-reliant, and it's time for them to be more perceptive, to look within a little bit more, right? To change their perspective and look within. Is there anything else? That's a 2-1-3. 1-3? 1-2. 2-1-2. Okay, that's a 2-1-2. Let me see what 2-1-2 says. This is an important time for you to reflect on who you are and who you want to bring to your relationships and ultimately the world. All right, we're going to leave it there. I hope it helps. Bye-bye.